Holy shit, so I just finished watching the first episode of Kamen Rider Black Sun, and I think overall I loved it. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but yeah, that was awesome. Anyway, my name is Buster Green, and I love Kamen Rider, so I keep doing Kamen Rider videos. I don't know why, I'm not sure if people like it when I do this, but hey, I like to talk about it, so I'm talking about it. Oh, and right now, if I could get 35 people to subscribe to me, that would be awesome. 35 people. So if like 6 of you guys can like ask 5 of your friends to subscribe, then I'd be monetized and I'd start getting paid for making these videos. Please do that. I need help. Anyway, so yeah, this first episode was pretty complicated. I'm seeing a lot of bad takes online from a lot of like flamers and haters and just people who did not like the episode. I know there are some big reasons for that, like they recasted Minami Kotaro and they're also unsatisfied that it's not a CGI cartoon or a porno. But hey, fuck you. Kamen Rider's a man in a suit. Now, stand back and let me think for myself and let me tell you what I think about it. Now, this was a really unusual start to a series, honestly. So, we've finally returned to the world of Kamen Rider Black, but it's now the year 2022, and we come upon this world of total losers. Like, the only way I can make sense of this crazy world is it has to be the outcome of a bad ending to a Kamen Rider Black scenario. Like, we officially have this Kamen Rider Black multiverse. I think we've low-key had one since Kamen Rider Decade, where they brought up that Black and Black RX somehow don't perfectly connect to each other right, even though they're direct sequels to each other. Like, they definitely had a difference in tone, and Black RX was kind of disrespectful to Black's angsty story. So either way, Black Sun here, I definitely don't think it's a sequel to Black RX, but now my big question with Black Sun, is it a sequel to the original Kamen Rider Black TV series, or maybe the manga, or maybe even neither? So, it's entirely possible, because so far, this world that it's presenting is extremely wrong based on what we know from the TV series and the manga. This is a world gone wrong. Something has gone very, very wrong here. To start with, Minami Kotaro in this universe is a fucked up old man addicted to ketamine. This makes me think that maybe he was Kamen Rider Black in this universe for a while, but ultimately he fucking failed. So this starts me off by thinking this is a universe where Kamen Rider Black just failed. Maybe he failed to henshin, maybe he failed to win, maybe no one knows he exists. But my personal headcanon is that in this universe, something went wrong and Minami Kotaro never finished playing out the events of the Kamen Rider Black TV series. My personal hot take on the show just based on episode 1, I can hopefully confirm this if later in the show other people know about Minami Kotaro being Kamen Rider, or hell, if anyone even says the word Kamen Rider without being told it from Minami Kotaro. My best guess is that in this universe, in the mid-80s, Kamen Rider Black happened. But at the same time, we also have to take into consideration the post-humanoid transformation cult, Gorgum. And their plan to take over the world in 1986 was that they would transform humans into kaijin, drink the blood of their monster god, the Creation King, and live forever, accumulate wealth, and then eventually kill all the humans and take over the world. Now, in the good universe, what's happened is Kamen Rider Black showed up, he rose up against them, he killed all their kaijin, he killed every single one of them. He put them all on the ground in a fucking year. And yeah, a year later, they were all fucking dead. But in this bad universe, this worst case scenario universe, where my personal theory is that Kamen Rider Black happened, but let's say after episode 30, Minami Kotaro has a fucking nervous breakdown and he just suddenly gives up one day. So he gives up, he gets addicted to ketamine, and he lives in a hobo village for 50 years. Now, this allows Gorgum to carry out their world domination plan unabated, and holy fuck, this world that Black Sun presents is completely unexpected and yet so depressingly real. This is not a dystopia where Gorgum took over the world. It's a dystopia where Gorgum is also a bunch of losers who failed. Kamen Rider failed to save the world, and Gorgum failed to take over the world. Literally, now Black Sun takes place in this world where everybody is losers. Gorgum 2022 is a fucking insane joke. They've gone from a bunch of fucking monster men running a cult to a fucking political party. And the gist I get from them in this episode is they're not a very good political party either. They seem like, I don't know, a third-tier political party, and even if they do seem to control the Prime Minister, I just fucking love how bad they are in this. Like, for all Minami Kotaro's paranoia that he was fucking terrified about this group of vampire monster men, these doomsday cultists who would take over the world, now it's 50 years later, and they've only managed to take control of Japan, and they've only managed to do that recently, and they've only managed to do that by reinventing themselves as a political party and winning an open election, and now that they're finally in charge of Japan, it turns out that they're bad at it. It's like the old cliche of what if we actually let Cobra Commander run America? Would his moon-carving laser machine help him cure cancer? Would it help him, cure poverty in the Deep South? Of course not. So he have this Gorgum running Japan, and they're a fucking mess. Their life-sustaining creation king is dying because they treat him like a cow. The cultists they put in positions of power have no common sense leadership, and their weird plan to transform the people of Japan into kaijins has resulted in a civil rights calamity. Oh my fucking god. This would be so hilarious if it wasn't fucking so sad. Like, the main consequence of Gorgum creating all these kaijin is now that 50 years later, the kaijin have interbred with the local population, creating this large number of kaijin humans who just turn into kaijin when they get too excited, and then we have two conflicting groups that have sprung up against the country. One pro-kaijin and one anti-kaijin. And I'm very conflicted about this because the episode kind of frames it that the pro-kaijin side is like a bunch of good guys, and at the same time there are definitely these monstrous kaijin killing people, and the anti-kaijin side definitely seems to be framed as bad guy racist, but at the same time the pro-kaijin side are definitely lying about things. If I had to take a guess, the pro-kaijin side seems to be directly affiliated with Gorgum, and they seem to be covering for them, because the anti-kaijin side seems to be completely right just based strictly on the facts. For example, the pro-kaijin side says that kaijin have always existed secretly among human beings, and I have to call bullshit on that because, as far as I know, all the kaijin in the series are the direct result of Gorgum's human being experiments in the 1980s. So yeah, this first episode just fucking nails this world building and this dystopia, and I'm completely here for this. I'm actually really, really fucking intrigued that we have this fucked up post-Kamen Rider Black dystopia, and now we have to live in it. Anyway, so beyond all that, there's this other main character who's this teenage girl who's apparently the kaijin spokesperson, and she's pretty much the brain of Martin Luther King and Greta Thunberg's body with also her personality. Anyway, she seems like she's kind of another front person for Gorgum, but she's not directly involved or a member of the group. She's just a normal girl who also happens to be a kaijin. But meanwhile, people are trying to kill her because she's this outspoken civil rights leader. Although, interestingly, she's also being targeted by kaijin, which is very, very suspicious and complicated. Anyway, Minami Kotaro shows up to save her, and if I'm understanding this correctly, her necklace is the Black Sun Kingstone, and that's all kinds of confusing. Why does she have that? Is she related to Kotaro somehow? Did Kotaro throw away the Kingstone and she found it? Anyway, so did Kotaro absorb the Kingstone when he turned into Proto Rider Black? Maybe not. Maybe he needs to fully absorb it to turn into Kamen Rider Black. Oh, and yeah, he turns into Proto Rider Black. That's another something from the manga that was only hinted at for a few seconds in the show. So the fact it's showing up here is another manga callback. So maybe that means this is the manga continuity then? Because I don't think the manga had a proper ending, which would have set up this fucked up world of Black Sun. Anyway, Kotaro henshins, and instantly when he does, every member of Gorgum can suddenly feel it. So I guess this means that the cycle of Kamen Rider Black has suddenly started up again. Also, Shadow Moon has apparently been living as a prisoner inside of Gorgum for the past 50 years, which again really tracks where things were in the middle of Kamen Rider Black, where Gorgum had Shadow Moon as a prisoner, but then by the end of the show they brainwashed him and released him as bad guy Shadow Moon. In this world, it seems that they kept him, but they never brainwashed him. So I guess they just kept on keeping him. Anyway, when Kotaro henshins, it gives Nobuyuki enough power to henshin too, so he escapes, and at the end of the episode, they're at odds with each other. Now, Shadow Moon wants them to team up and destroy Gorgum for old time's sake, so he gives him some of the Century King's creations and says that they'll make him young again. And that's the end of the episode. So yeah, that episode is totally fucking rad, you guys. But I gotta ask, how come Tetsuro Karada is not Kamen Rider Black anymore in this one? And for that matter, I have to wonder if old man Hidetoshi Nishijima is going to be Kotaro for the whole show. Like, I saw in the trailer, I thought there was going to be a younger Kamen Rider Black. So at first I thought the show's title was literal, and it literally meant that, like, this was a show about the son of Kamen Rider Black. And, you know, he would have, like, some children. But after this first episode, now I think I might have just been seeing younger Shadow Moon, and I was confused. But based on this episode, I just totally have to wonder if, like, maybe the original plan was to have Kurata in the first episode, and then he'd take, like, the youth serum and they'd replace him with, like, a younger actor. Either way, Kurata didn't show up at all, so I'm completely shocked. Like, I thought for sure he would come back, and I didn't actually check if he was or not until today, so... Yo, please drop me a comment if you have any idea why Tetsuro Kurata didn't come back. Like, maybe he was just too old, or maybe he just didn't feel like it, but it kind of low-key impacts how good the show is, and it kind of feels like... It makes us feel like it's not the third part of a trilogy with Black and Black RX. It makes it just feel like a straight-up reboot. Anyway, all that aside, I'm completely down for this show because it's my kind of Kamen Rider. It's referential to the classics, and it's dark as fuck, and I'm all here for that. Like, he ripped off a dude's fucking head. How can you not be satisfied with that? Anyway, I can't wait to see what happens next on the show. So yeah, once again, this is like an intense fall with like so many good shows popping off. Alright, I'm Buster Green, and yo, maybe I'll talk about this again if like enough people watch this video. Thanks you guys, please subscribe, good night. Oh my god, what is wrong with this kid? Kamen Rider Black just jacked his girlfriend and he's just like sitting there yelling at him. Oh my god, this kid is so lazy. Get up! Why?